Once again, good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you all for this Technico Hackathon. So, as you can see, our main goal is to that is try to make programming an unconscious habit. We all know that we have two minds, that is a conscious mind and unconscious mind. So, let it keep it apart, and let's moving on to the agenda. So, we will be talking about the overview of the hackathon, and we will understand what is a hackathon about and what are all the proceedings that we will be undercoming in. And next is the hackathon objective and who are the target audience of this hackathon. So as I said, we have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. So here is a wonderful quote that says, to change a habit, make a conscious decision, then act out the new behavior. So we all know that the programming deals with the critical thinking, logical thinking, and creativity. So it is a combination of both conscious mind and subconscious mind. Hope you understand the point what I am telling, what I am trying to tell you. So here we can see that conscious mind is of critical thinking, logical thinking, a short-term memory, and willpower, whereas the subconscious mind deals with the beliefs, creativity, development, and etc. So before getting into the actual part, let us have a look on a wonderful quote about programming, that all great programmers learn the same way, but they poke the box. Yes, they poke the box. They code something and see what the computer does. They change it and see what the computer does. They repeat this process again and again until they figure out how the box works. Means a software was not actually built to do something. It was it had to gone through a lot of trial and error procedures. So when we see a programming statement or a problem related to programming, we must think of three things. First one is the problem, and second, design, and third part comes the implementation. So when we see a problem, we must understand the problem and then identify what are the input they have given and what is the expected output that we need to figure out. And next, designing. Designing is completely based on what the program requires, whether it may be the number of variables or the data type required or the algorithm you are going to apply for that program. Here it goes like requirement analysis, gathering the requirements, and designing an algorithm. And after completely understanding the problem, what are the input and output, and later understanding the design, we go for implementation, where we write the code and deploy the algorithm that we have designed. And next, the final thing is verification and validation, whether the expected output is matching the output you have got from the algorithm or a program you have written. These are all the three keys that you must keep in mind when you solve a programming problem. So these are all the badges that excites you, and also uh, you will get whenever you complete a certain milestones in the hacker rank. As you all know, we will be using the hacker rank platform in this hackathon. So this is the process how we are going in this hackathon. Basically, it is completely related to coding, but it is also related to the paid and free courses that we are sending or providing to you in the WhatsApp group. And also we will be providing books related to data structures and algorithms, and even about the programming languages such as C, C++, Java, and Python. And if you want to have the books related to the database or MySQL, we will also provide that. And finally, we will be having number of quizzes like weekend quizzes, or on the basis of the coding that we have solved an entire week. Depending on that, a small quiz will be conducted, which can be taken through the Google Forms, and you can take it at any time in any means, either in the PC or in the mobile phone. So this is the cycle that will be going through this hackathon. So this is a mind map. So hackathon is having 4 different parts. First, let us go with this coding practice. So coding practice, we will be going from beginner, absolute beginner level related to the algorithms, and going to the intermediate level of programming. I cannot assure you that I can take you from beginner to advanced in just 1 month. So I can assure you that I can make you understand the code and do programming from the beginner to intermediate level. Here, you are offered to use any programming languages. I have just mentioned the most commonly used programming languages, that is C, C++, Java, and Python. You will also undercome the database queries. You can solve either using SQL, Oracle, or NoSQL, or Microsoft SQL also. Most preferred is SQL and Oracle, whereas both the queries will be almost same. And final part is, we have prioritized the data structures and algorithms as the main theme of this hackathon, so that you understand the data structures well. Data structures means related to arrays, maps, trees, graphs, and related to those. And the second part comes the books. The books provided by us, that is related to data structures and algorithms, will be more beneficial. Let me show you which book I will be sharing. Is the book visible to you all? Okay, fine. So this is the data structures and algorithms from Made Easy. So this is a wonderful book that can take you from beginner to advanced, and you can do wonders if you understand the concept and algorithms that are present in this book. I will be sharing this book in the WhatsApp group. So as you can see, the table of content is from variables such as and big O notations and linked list. There are many more things. Coming back to the mind map. So we talked about books, and next is courses. We will try to provide most of the free courses. Here, in the free courses, what happens is the certificate may be available, may not be available to download. Whereas in paid courses that are premium and mastering level courses, here the certificate is assured. And next part is related to quizzes. In quiz, we will be making in 4 different parts. That is error finding. That is nothing but compiling or debugging. You have to identify the error and just mark the MCQ. And interview preparation. Interview preparation, nothing but completely related to coding. That is like OOPS concept or related to some command line arguments. And next is coding skills and database queries. So before entering to some other part, I will show you how the HackerRank problem looks like. In this session, has anybody attended IBM Drive? Put a S in the chat box. Okay, fine. Hope you have hope your this one drive was conducted on HackerRank platform itself, right? So if you're already practiced the problem, whenever the interviewer or HR take a problem, he just goes to compete and he create a contest here. He just fill the form and he gets started with the contest. If you have already solved that problem, it will be much easier to solve the problem in the interview. So here is a simple question. I'm not going into intermediate level. It's just a beginner. As you can see, difficulty level is easy. Here is how to solve the problem. That thing I will be explaining. So here, given an array of integers, find the sum of its elements. So we have to find the sum of these elements. We will directly come to the input, output, and constraints. Most of the students get get in trouble when they say the huge problem and the time is limited. The main thing you must focus is on what is the input, what is the output, and what are the constraints. So here, this is number of inputs. So these are the input items, and here is simple the sum of the inputs. So here is the explanation. When you look at this problem or this code snippet, you will completely get lost. It will make you think what is the problem given, even if you have knowledge about how to solve the problem. So I will show how to decode this problem. Let me clear all these things. So what they have asked, the input, we will just take the input, we will enter the 6 elements, and we will just output what they have asked. So here it says write the code here. We don't want this function. We will just remove it. The main thing is public class solutions. So inside it, we will just create a command line argument, that is public static void main. And next, we will just open the parenthesis. So first step, requirement analysis. So we need n elements, and we must store the sum. So we will just take a variable sum and assign it to 0. And next is we need an array. This is how we will declare. So as why I given 1000 is here the constraint size that they have mentioned is 1000. And next, I will have a scanner class. And now I will just take the input of number of elements, that is n. And next, I will have a for loop. And inside for loop, I will just input the items, array elements. And next thing is the logic. I will just copy paste the entire for loop here. And finally, we will output it. And after completion, we first need to run the code. If you directly submit the code, what happens is the code might not be saved. So as soon as I run this program, I will get a number of test cases. As we know, this is a very easy level program. We will have just one test case. As we go on increasing the difficulty level, there will be number of cases for up to 10, 12, up to 20 cases you may come across. So after completion of running, we just need to submit the code. Here you can see there are 3 test cases. So we can just continue the challenge. We can post this in the LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter. And next thing, as I told, we will also be solving the queries that is related to database. So here is a query. It says write a query that prints a list of employee names for employee in employee having a salary greater than 2000 per month. This is the thing we must keep in mind. And next, who have been employees for less than 10 months, sort your result by ascending employee ID. So let's come directly to the output and the given sample or input. So sometimes what happens is I took this example because here isn't some error in the input. Like they have mentioned that they must be above 2000 per month, the salary. So here output is Angela, Michael, Todd, and Joe. As you can see, Lisa is also having the salary greater than 2000, but here it is not mentioned. Some of the program or queries, and also in programming, there will be some errors. You must not concentrate on this thing, rather than you must concentrate on the actual constraint and the problem statement. So here they have mentioned the enter your query here. So if you enter anything here, everything will be considered as a comment. So please make sure you delete everything, because this star and slash refers to comment. So in SQL query solving, you must keep 3 things in mind. That is selecting from which table, select from where. These are all these are 3 basic things you must always keep in mind. So we must select from which table, employee table. So here I will write from employee. And next, what we have to select, write a query that prints a list of employee names. So here the column name is names. So we must select names, name. From where we have to select, I mean the condition, that is where the salary is greater than 2000 and they have worked less than 10 months. So it will be like salary greater than 2000 and months less than 10. So this is the query we have prepared, and we must check whether they have asked us for sort or not. Yes, they have asked that sort your result by ascending order. So let us sort the output in the ascending order. We will use order by employee ID in ascending order and ends with semicolon. So let me run the code. So as you can see, there are 25 data we have received. Here we can just change the language, that is DB2 or MySQL or Oracle or MS SQL Server. In Oracle, if I switch and if I try to run the same code, let me copy this, and in Oracle, I will paste it. If I run the same code in Oracle, I will get the result anyway. What is the difference between SQL, that is MySQL, and Oracle is having some extra features that are not present in the MySQL, and MySQL is having the extra features that is not present in the Oracle. Mostly that is related to uh, the regular expression part. Yeah, let me submit this one. So this is passed. So this part I have showed. And next, coming to the part of the courses, I have identified two different platforms that are providing free courses. So first one, it is Code Academy. So this is the home page. If I go in Catalog, here you can find the free courses that has if this card has Pro, it means it is paid. If it is not like that, it is for free. If you want to learn Java, you can just come here and click on Java. You can just start the course. It will ask for a sign up. So after logging in, you will get a page which is having three separate grids. So this part is the documentation part, and here is the text editor, or you can call it as the IDE, that is intellectual development environment. Here, if you can just press on run, here you will get the output. So this is the editor, this is the output screen, here is the documentation. So we can just click on next and keep on learning. And another platform is Idionics Learning Solutions. Here, when you just open the website, that is idionics.com, here in the explore, if you go to the learn for free at the bottom, you will land on this page. Here, just scroll down, and here you can select the levels, that is beginner or intermediate. Here are the assessments. There are more number of assessments related to uh, all recent technologies and recent trends. You can just do a certification for free or take an assessment for free and post it on the LinkedIn. Here, if you want to learn the programming, here in the software development part, just come to the programming languages. Here you will find like web development, blockchain, C Sharp, Scala, R, or this is Python 3, and next is socket programming tutorial in C and basics of C. If you are looking for a C programming, it is the best course. And Python 3, it is also a good course. You can just finish it in 2.69 hours. As I told, the free courses will have limited items. So you must go out of the box to learn or do the mastery. So one more thing is the third thing, which is if you are using the LinkedIn and a member of any partnered companies, you will get a uh, free premium membership, so you can access any of the courses. So if anyone is looking for a complete Java uh, path, you can just type learning paths. So here are the paths, that is video editing, Microsoft Word, become a project manager, advance your skills in Python. This is a complete path. So for the Java, I have just saved it. So this is a 21 hours, I think, yes, 21 hours course, 21 hours, 23 minutes course, which you can complete it by 1 month or 1.5 months, including the training and your practice. So as you can see, this learning path qualifies for official academic credit to selected partner universities globally. So what you will learn is the fundamentals of programming with Java, and what you will discover is solutions to common Java programming challenges, and what you will build is mobile, desktop, and web applications with Java. So these are all the courses starting from basic learning Java and Java 11, Java applications, memory management, JDBC, APIs, and API part 2, and cloud native development. And finally, you will be prepared for the interview. So if anyone is having any questions, you can post it in the comment section regarding anything. Any questions, guys? If no questions, put no. For beginners, it will be most helpful because we will be going from basic level to the intermediate. In basic level, you will be solving programming challenges like sum of arrays. It is very basic thing. So you can solve it in any language. So let me show you again. So this is a question that we solved. If I don't want the Java C, Java 7, so I can just shift to C, C++, or Go, or Java 7, and I can just go to PHP. In any programming languages, you can solve, like Python 2, you can solve in any languages. So in every weekend, I will be providing the solutions to the problems I will be posting in the group. I will make a small website for it. It is almost ready. There I will be posting the daily activities, and one more thing, there is no uh, like daily target that you must complete it today itself. So there will be flexible time hours, but you must complete all the programming codes within November 22, I guess. Yeah, Tejaswini. I will be sharing the those website links in the group because most of the participants have not attended the live session. So I will be posting it in the group. Any other questions? Which is simple programming language to implement DSA? Some people say it is very hard to implement DSA in Java. Actually, DSA means data structures and algorithms. So basically what happens is in C, we have C and C++, we have less built-in functions, whereas in Java, we have more built-in functions. Actually, learning data structures is I can say a hectic thing, which can take more years. But understanding the data structures and implementing them when you practice the code daily will help you to understand the data structures well. In data structures, like if you are going with arrays, a linked list, it will be easy. If you are going for any product based company interviews, they will be asking how you can actually they will not ask how you will solve the problem. They will ask how you will store the data more efficiently, and how you will retrieve the data more efficiently from the database or the array that is implemented. Any other questions? There are no daily timings. I will be posting a weekly goals, which you can easily complete by sparing 20 to 30 minutes daily. And there will be no live sessions daily. On weekends, we will be having a doubt clearance session, and regarding we'll be discussing on how we solved the entire programming codes or problems and also queries throughout the week in one day by sparing just 30 or 40 minutes. So in the beginning, I told one thing, that is, I try to make programming an unconscious. I'll just quickly tell you what it actually means. A conscious thing, for example, you are riding a bike. So when you will be learning the bike, you will be more conscious about every gear you put. But after a year, after some good experience, you will not actually look at how many gears you are putting, how are you driving the bike or a scooty, whereas your body will actually uh, learn the thing more efficiently, that it does not require any extra instructions to drive. So similarly, when you practice coding daily, it will become a habit when you will love the programming and coding and you will not find it difficult. Hope uh, my point is reached to you. So let's begin the try to make programming an unconscious habit. Okay, guys, I'm ending this session. Happy coding.